What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the Full-Time Wedding Pro podcast. Today, we have another client interview, and I'm speaking with Miss Claire. She is a French wedding photographer and videographer based in Arizona. The owner of Amour is French. She's absolutely incredible. Her accent is incredible. You are going to love listening. Turn up your headphones and don't listen on 1.5x speed because you'll want to hear it. So, hey, Claire.
Hi, Peyton.
Welcome to the podcast. Are you excited?
Hi, Peyton. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, very excited.
Same. I'm excited to dive into everything that you've got going on because you've seen I've seen some incredible success from you ever since working with you originally back in I don't even know. It's been maybe a year or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, so let's dive in. So go ahead and share a little bit about you, what you do, a little bit of your backstory, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. So again, thank you for having me. Little backstory. I was working in corporate, and when we moved country 8 years ago, it was from Middle East to back to Europe. I don't know. It just came. The plan was to go back to corporate, but in the end, I don't know. I had a friend that was like, you take photos all the time. Why don't you become a photographer? And I was like, well, it's what I've dreamed all my life. So, but I'm not a photographer. I'm not an artist. But still it came planted a seed. And I think I just Googled, what is it to be a photographer? Business models wise, and how do you do things? And yeah, so we had a discussion, obviously, with my husband, and he was extremely supportive. And he said, yeah, if that's do it, I'm sure you can do it. And let's give it a try at least. And yeah, that was 7 years ago. And in the meantime, we had the pandemic, right? We had an international move, so from Switzerland to the US, first in Ohio. And then 3 years ago, we moved from Ohio to now Arizona. And I would say until I arrived in Arizona, I was I was doing half commercial work and a little bit of wedding and families. But I really fell in love with weddings. I think creatively that's incredible. I mean, that really feels everything I want to do as a photographer or a videographer. And I don't know, I'm really addicted to the emotions you have on the day. And I really wanted to expand my work. And I was dreaming of doing only weddings. And yes, and now, I don't know. Tell me what's the next question. Hopefully that sums up pretty much where I come from and why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
So you moved from Switzerland to Arizona
Via Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so you were working in commercial. Were you full-time in photography when you moved to Arizona?
Yes. So when I started, when I left the corporate world, and I was lucky enough that my husband was so supportive, and we kind of arranged all our life around my project. So I directly went full time.
Love it. When was that?
So it was 7 years ago, back in Switzerland.
Amazing. So you came to Arizona doing commercial work. Were you also doing weddings?
Yes, a little bit. And I think I was taking any opportunity I had to do. It's just that it was, I would say, half of my work. So I've started doing weddings immediately, 7 years ago. But I really wanted to do way more and maybe do only weddings. So, yes.
Yeah. What was it like going from having clients in Switzerland to then going to Arizona and having no clients? What did you do?
So since I'm so far not very good at social media and all, I just used the social media tool to connect with a lot of people that I thought were very inspiring. So mostly other photographers, videographers, offering my help. And I would say after 2 years, that was taking me to a nice place.
Hmm.
But I really wanted this to go way faster than let it grow like organically, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were networking, getting in touch with a lot of people, which is what a lot of the industry says you should do, and for good reason because it does work. Um, so fast forward to right before you joined Full Time Wedding Pro. Where were you at in the business then?
So in terms of weddings, I was almost happy with the numbers of weddings, but it
Hmm.
wasn't the tier I was hoping for.
Hmm.
So basically, quite frankly, I was taking a lot of associate and second jobs just to reach
Yeah.
my financial goals. And so I would say it wasn't the work life balance that I
Hmm.
really wanted for me and my family.
Hmm. I gotcha. So you were doing a lot of associate. Did you have a lot of your own weddings booked too?
Yes, I was, I would say, close to maybe half my goal, yearly goal,
Hmm.
but the investment per wedding wasn't sustaining enough. So I still
Yeah.
had to, and I still love doing commercial work for like small businesses. It just doesn't
Hmm.
fire me up as much as weddings. So
Same.
yeah,
Yeah. Weddings are fun and commercial work is cool, but like being able to be there on the wedding day, it's like so rewarding. So
absolutely.
I understand. So you were booking about half of your goals as far as number of weddings, but then you weren't happy with what you were charging. You wanted to charge more.
Yes, it was. I For some reason I wasn't having a lot of upsell or a lot of
Mm,
add-ons, I think. So yeah, it was still this. I couldn't fully commit, I would say, creatively and in time of energy to weddings because I had to
mhm.
find other ways, other source of revenue, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And it's that like really tough give and take right there because you want to do more weddings and go all in, but you have to also like make the income, but it's hard, so it's kind of stuck. And I get that because I went through that too before.
Mm.
It's not fun. Um, so obviously, like for people listening, like we have a program that's focused in on running paid ads, but also tying that into high value branding and pricing and everything. So, were you running ads back then to book those weddings or no?
Never. Maybe I've boosted a couple of posts in the past to like promote, mini sessions or something like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's about it. Like I never opened Meta account.
got it. So they were mostly coming from like social media and like referrals.
Yes, mostly referrals and not really social media organically because I'm still really bad at posting and organic content. Which is
Yeah,
also why I think the program is so magical because we'll come, I'm sure, to it in details, but basically everything I could have ever dreamed for social media to bring me, it 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 came with your program.
yeah. And that's really funny. It's like caveat because like I'm also really bad at posting on my photography page. I think I looked at it. It's been almost a year since I've posted anything, and I'm still booked out for this year because of ads and SEO. So, yeah, which is really hilarious. But I usually tell people in the program like, please post more than I do. Especially if you want to do like a lot of volume. But anyway, going back to you. So why did obviously we got on the phone and like you joined the program and everything. Why did you want to run ads? Like, what was it about it that piqued your interest?
Um, I think I was most probably attracted by some successes that I probably seen
Mhm.
in your program. And then I think that's what hooked me. It's
Mhm.
hard to remember now. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's been a minute since you've joined. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's really the kind of like success with the in relationship with the amount invested. I think that was
Yeah.
one of the thing where I was, oh, you just need to invest that much and you get that much in return. That sounds very, very intriguing. I mean, that really inspired me to chat with you.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't remember if I had the data back then, but we ended up getting the data, um, and it's like our benchmark is like a 10x profit. So you spend 1,000, you make 10. Spend 10, you make 100. Um,
Mm,
and it's been extremely consistent since then, which is cool. So, but yeah, it's good to know that the client successes helped you. That's why we're doing this right now, because I want to share like how good it is to run ads, because a lot of the industry will tell you not to,
mm,
or they'll tell you to, but they'll tell you to give away engagement sessions and do discounts, which, as you know, is not what we
mm.
do. We should definitely want to get into this. But so, you obviously you joined. What were you, other than the ad stuff? Was there anything else that intrigued you, like raising prices and all that stuff?
Most probably, yes. Um, I think yeah, the branding, raising prices. I know what surprised me the most, which is the almost the biggest take for me, is how much it's bringing me only like absolutely match in terms of couples. So I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't want to say dream clients in the sense, I think it's just amazing matches, because I think they also
Mhm.
find it helps them find their photographer. So it's really a win-win. And that was the thing I was not expecting. That wasn't on my mind when I joined the program, and that's what's blowing my mind.
Mhm.
So yeah, initially I think it was really the revenue and rising the prices, and then reaching that goal where I can fully commit to a smaller number of couples while reaching my goals.
Yes, which is like every photographer's dream, almost every photographer's dream. So people like the volume. Um, so did you have any hesitations or any fears before you joined?
Mm, so I haven't almost haven't hesitated joining the program. And after talking to you, I knew I wanted to do the Scale Mastermind,
Mhm.
because I needed all the amazing thing you were sharing. And I also wanted this. I think you said something during the call, like hand gloves guiding you.
Like the white
Yeah,
glove service.
yeah,
Yeah.
white glove service.
Yeah.
So I knew I didn't want it to be an additional, course that you buy and you're just paying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I knew that would be very intimidating for me, especially
Mhm.
the ads portion. And in the end, your white glove service was going way beyond that. It was just not just the
Thank you.
ads, which I discovered very fast. But yes, it I had no hesitation after I talked to you and knew I wanted to go with the Scale Mastermind, and I have absolutely no regret. And then, if I had any fear, I would say yes. Obviously, I was very scared until I had the first win. So
Yeah.
it's such a big investment, which I know is worth it. But at one point, I was questioning if I was good enough for it.
Yeah.
And then I was, of course, before the first wins, I was a little bit scared with all the money invested in the course and then in the first ads. And obviously,
Mhm.
like you said, tenfold worth it, probably more. So it was a couple of
Yeah.
weeks of fear, but then after that, perfect, super happy.
I love it. I love it. And that also answers kind of what I wanted to ask you, which was like what it was like going through the program. And I do want to expand on it. But I think like I really want to highlight that point, especially for the people in the program who just joined, who are watching this.
Mm,
It is always
terrifying.
terrifying, like right after you join and right after you start running ads, because you have all the money invested and then you have all like the money being taken out through Meta and you haven't seen anything
Mm.
yet. And sometimes people will run ads for 2 weeks, a month, and they won't see any bookings. And they're like, oh my God, I'm terrified. And then something clicks and they just skyrocket. Was that what it was like for you? From what I remember, I feel like it was.
Yes, absolutely. Am I frozen?
Mm. You might freeze here, but in the
Ah,
recording, it'll
okay.
be good.
Um, it was absolutely like that for me. I think from the first ads and the first booking, it was 6 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. So right on the money.
Mm. So it was reaching that point where you kind of like, um, I know it works. And then you start questioning, is it me? Is it, everything that always comes back as a doubt. And then the first booking I remember vividly because it's the wedding is actually in 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
No
Yes,
way. That's
yeah,
amazing.
because the booking was back in October, and
Yeah.
that was such a, I don't know if you can say that for what's a business relationship, but I feel it's much more. I had such like love at first sight for the couple, and with the bride we clicked like instantly, and yeah, it was the, I don't know, it's the when the booking happened, the call was, I was like charmed, and I absolutely loved their vision and everything they were planning, the intentions. And when the booking came in, I remember it was a Sunday morning, and a little bit after I woke up, I checked my emails and I saw the booking, and I honestly, I really cried. I was so
Oh,
happy. um and like you said, from that moment on, something just clicked. Probably the algorithm finding his rhythm, or I don't know. But since then, it's been just dream photographer or videographer couple relationship. That's what's the most mind blowing for me. It's how
yeah.
much I talk to people. It doesn't always work, but I talk to people
Yeah.
that are a perfect match, that align with my vision, with my work. Um, and I feel like almost all my brides, we could go for drinks and we would have so much to share and to chat about. And that's the kind of relationship I like with my couples. That's how I feel I can really tell the story. So it's not for everyone, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking for.
Yeah, no, I relate a lot because like ever since I've been running ads for my business, which has been since 2021, like almost every single couple has felt like really good friends. And like I've became really close friends with a decent number of my couples. Um, it's like it's such a great feeling. It feels so much more rewarding knowing that like you're there almost to support a friend instead of just doing a job.
Absolutely. It's like you're the close friend that really cares, but that happens to
Mhm.
take good photos or
Yeah.
great videos.
And one thing that I want to mention here for everyone listening is like, the way that we run ads is very simple. You have an ad campaign and it's got several ads in it and they all go to your website and that's it.
Mm.
It can't be any more simple than that unless you run them to Instagram, which is the strategy. But for you specifically, from what I remember, we did a lot of one-on-one calls because that's what I offer in my mastermind. And what I remember a lot is like we tweaked the ads some, but the ads were really good. You were very creative with your ads, which I liked. The website needed a little bit of work, so we
Mm.
worked on that a lot, and that helped a lot, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think I would say mostly it's the core branding that, and I was not expecting that when I first joined the program, which is
Yeah,
very interesting. Um,
yeah,
So really refining, it was almost therapeutic work to work on the branding summary, the branding voice, um, because it was genuinely just pouring everything I had in my heart and I wanted to provide to my customers and turn it into an actual good, I mean, into a voice in a digestible way.
Yeah.
And then yeah, the website portion, since so far I've done it only myself, took me a little bit of time, but with your
Mhm.
guidance it was taking me time to tweak, the visuals, and but the structure was, I mean, I don't know, it works so well. It's so yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah, that's really, I think, where I was not expecting that I needed so much help and that you helped tremendously.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Like they expect that ads are like a magic pill or
Mm.
whatever. But the thing that you're sending the ad to, or the thing that you're sending people to from the ad, is really what matters the most, which is why I have phase one exists in the first place. And it's great because when you really nail down your branding and you nail down your messaging, you nail down your ideal client, that allows you to raise prices, that allows you to take less sales calls with people and close higher, that allows you to have bad ads that still perform really great. So I'm preaching to the choir right now. You know this. So, but other than those things, is there anything else you want to add to what it was like going through the program?
Um, I would say maybe the community. The
Hmm.
Slack channel is so helpful. Um, you and Alex, Aiden, I'm surprised how much present you are. That's really impressive. The
Yeah.
calls, I would say, is, in my opinion, I don't know, the master weapon. I mean, everything is so valuable. I mean, the course is incredible. It's like incredibly well done, paid on really, um, the way it's done. You give all those downloaded pieces, and then it's easy. You just like connect to as much calls as you can, and it just helps you going where you want. You don't have to. I mean, I think this, I come back to the previous like topic when you asked about fears, and I know I had a lot of fear, and you were so patient with me. I remember there's one-to-one call you told me, well, something like, everything you told me is just about fear, but that's gonna be okay. you know and I genuinely appreciated it, but, and I think everyone is so genuinely um, caring and patient in the program, and yeah, really the calls, in the scale, the one-to-one and the smaller group is
Hmm.
extremely valuable. So yeah, you always feel like you're guided and helped, which is, that's how you grow, and that's how you go so fast from point A to point B.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. That's because I worked very hard on
Oh,
it.
that's mind
So
blowing. And again, I've taken a couple of courses in the past. Yeah, I'm really impressed.
thank you. Thank you. So I want to get back to you.
Mm.
Any were there? Well, we kind of already talked on aha moments. So I was going to ask you that. But do you want to share any more like aha, like breakthrough moments that you had going through it?
Let me think. So there's this first booking that was just
Hmm.
mind blowing, like
Yeah, amazing.
such like a dream couple, vision for the wedding incredible, valuing my work and instant connection. That was a big aha moment. Um, Let me think. I just photographed last weekend the first wedding booked from ads.
Really?
Yeah, It was last weekend, and that was, yeah, incredible, mind blowing.
Amazing.
So happy. Um, I think the other aha moment was maybe, let me think. Let me count on my fingers here. Sorry, October.
It's okay. Take your time.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Um, in March, I crossed the goal we had together in terms of
Mhm.
revenue.
Mhm.
It was my 1 year goal. So when I started the ad in September, my goal was for September this year, 25, and I actually crossed that goal in March.
What was the goal, if you don't mind sharing?
No, not at all. So the goal was 100K in revenue solely from my own weddings. Yeah.
Amazing. And you did that from September to March. So
Mm.
October, November, December, January, February, March. So that's 6 months. So
Yeah.
you did 100K in six
Mm.
months. Amazing. And so were they all from ads? Were they most from ads? What do you remember what your breakdown was?
No, that I was tracking solely from ads. So basically, solely from the
Wow.
program.
Awesome. Do you remember how much you spent in ads? If it's
Um,
okay if you don't.
yeah, yeah. I think I'm usually around 1,000 per month.
Okay. So somewhere around 6,000.
Yes,
Okay, nice. That's almost a 20x return on investment, which is double what I consider a success in the program. So that's amazing.
absolutely. And I would say, and I reached that goal in half the number of events too. So I
Nice.
was,
So
the initial goal was to get to this number with, let's say, 20 weddings, maybe 25, and we did it with 10, basically. 10,
awesome.
11, maybe. I'll have to double check, but
So it sounds like you raised your prices too then.
absolutely. And I would say, without your support and the Alex and Aiden, and in general, even the members, I'm not sure I would have got the guts to do it. I would have been led by fear instead of like vision and hope. Um, and most importantly, I never, I never discount anymore.
Yeah.
So I absolutely love the mantra, like you share in one of the video about, that the outcome, excuse me, the outcome is not. Is I don't remember how you say it, but
In the sales video, I think I mentioned the sales is you have to detach yourself from the outcome because if a transaction takes place as a photographer, if a transaction takes place on a sales call, it helps you temporarily, but it changes your client's life
yeah,
forever.
exactly.
Yeah. Is that what you're
Yeah,
referencing?
yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
fact that yeah,
I heard that a long time ago.
yeah, sorry, that you kind of
No.
detach from the outcome, but it's just about sharing who you are, what you can provide, and what they can expect from working with you, and then have absolute confidence in your pricing. Because if it's
Yeah.
the right match, then it's the right price too. Um, so yes,
Amazing. I remember I was taking some screenshots of some wins to make new ads with today actually, and I read yours and it was like you were saying how amazing it feels to like turn away 5K weddings now.
yeah. So and I just want to say when I shared that, sorry, it's not that 5K was not enough, which is
Mm,
it's totally fine. It was just I could feel in my gut that was the only exception, honestly, in like 7 months running ads now, 8 months. The only time I spoke to a couple and I was having this feeling that we are not a good match actually. It
yeah.
it doesn't feel good, and I don't think I can fully be myself. I'm not sure I am what they want, and absolutely before the program, I think I would have gone through and sent a proposal and probably even done the wedding. Um, and this time it felt good to say, um, to say that I think we are not a good match, and that's okay. And I really hope they find their dream photographer.
Yeah. I love that because, and I think that's another thing a lot of people don't think about a lot is when you don't have a lot of leads coming in, you're in survival
Mm,
mode and you're like, I have to book everything I can. Like I need a discount. I need to take it weddings that I don't feel
mm.
comfortable or I don't feel fulfilled by. But when you have leads coming in, you're like, no, I don't want to take this wedding. I'll suit it to the referral channel or I'll whatever, refer it to another friend. But that's amazing.
Yes, absolutely. So that's an amazing. You're right. That's an amazing win and aha moment. Actually, is to not to be in survival mode and to know that you actually won't serve them fully and be able to say, "Listen, it's not going to work."
Yeah. So I have a specific question, and then I want to get into any advice you have for people. So, a lot of people they always ask me like, what exactly is the ad strategy? How does it work? And essentially, our main strategy is just add straight to website. Is that the one that you primarily did, or did you do any others?
No, that's all I did so far.
Cool. So just add straight to your website. You just let the website do all the selling for you.
Yes, yes, absolutely. But again, because
Amazing.
that's why your program shines. It's actually, I hope holistic is the right word.
Yeah.
It's an holistic approach. It's like, define what your brand is, and then structure your website, and then only, I mean, do the ads. And that was kind of like not what I was expecting when I first connected to the course. I thought, oh, I'm going to run ads tomorrow. And then I double checked if I was like, how do you say, like ticking all the boxes. And I was ticking
Yeah.
none. So I was like, okay, I have some work to do. And
Yep.
yeah, with everyone's support, that was not painful. That was just a lot of work, but very interesting work.
hmm Amazing. Okay, so this could have been the advice, but I want to ask you: is there any advice you could give to anyone? Again, it could be about joining the program or not, just anything else. Is there any advice you want to give anybody who might be in the same position you were in?
Um, and I would say, if I may touch on something real quick,
Sure.
I think for me, being, moving, and potentially often going to a new market or to a new place, it takes some time to build again a network and to reach your goals. What I really was hoping, and it works beyond my wildest dream with this program. One of the things I was hoping is the ability to pivot pretty fast. And
hmm
I know now that if tomorrow we move to another state, I can just start, marketing as soon as I know we're moving, and that's the one of the strengths of the program. And I would say it also kind of like freed my networking. So I still network. It's not that I don't need to network, but I almost network only for my own. I mean, I do it for me. I'm happy to meet other creatives. I'm happy to help when I can, but it's not interested. And
Yeah.
with my personality, it lifted the burden of, like, I don't know, for some reason, I'm not the person that feels very good about this part of networking. So now
Yeah. It can.
sorry, go ahead.
It can feel. It can feel transactional
Yes.
sometimes. Yeah. So I understand.
So you might have to repeat your question, but I just wanted to touch on this because for me it's really one of the super like collateral, I would say, advantage of the program is really that the ads are doing the marketing, and now I'm just enjoying networking for my own, to feed my own creative soul and to meet amazing people.
Amazing. Yeah, I mean, I love that. Honestly, I think that's as good advice as any. It's like, especially for those of you who are moving, like, in my opinion, ads are the easiest way to get booked, regardless of your situation,
Mm.
but especially if you're moving,
Oh yeah,
because moving just makes things 100 times harder. And I know that because I've moved a lot. So, and you have too. Any other advice you want to give anyone?
um, obviously, I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but I think your program is incredible, and I would
Thank you.
advise anyone asking, I would say, yeah, don't invest in gear. You have what you need. No, but really, you have what you need to create. But really, this program, this community, is then gonna make any gear wish list in the future like not a problem. So
Yep.
yes, invest in your and find a mentor in general. I would say. I think at
Yes.
any stage in business, no matter where you're at, I think a mentor always help you keep growing and going further.
Yes, I love that advice because I'm not the catch-all mentor for everyone, you know. If you want to learn ads, hire me. I feel like I'm the best. But if you want to learn how to shoot, if you want to learn how to like enter the ultra luxury market, you know, if you want to learn how to do anything other than ads, hire someone else. Like get a mentor. I think that's easily the best advice I could ever give somebody in who is a business owner in general. It's like if you want to go, if you have a goal and you don't know how to achieve it, hire someone to teach you how to achieve it. Like that's pretty much it.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Okay, so what's next for you? You've crossed your 100K goal. Where are you going from here?
Um, so I think right now it's a busy season for me. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna, at first, I would say after I crossed that goal, it was so fast and I felt a little, how do you say, I don't know. It felt quite unreal. And I think my brain was still in the chasing mode, like you need more, more, more. And I've kind of
Yeah.
like tamed that. I'm more like, right now, I'm like, enjoy it. That's amazing. And just dive into this incredible, busy spring season with all those amazing couples. So I think next for me is again August is pretty, I mean, low season for us here in Arizona, and I'll be back from all
Hmm.
my travel in Europe. So I think I'll redo the course again somehow and try to see how I can go further, reassess my goals because anyway I think I need to assess them, um, and yeah, keep enjoying spending more weekends with my kids,
Yeah.
because now I almost don't shoot for anyone else at all. For instance, if I can give numbers, I think last spring I've between associate and second shooting I've done something like 30 last spring,
Nice.
and this spring I've done two.
Amazing.
uh,
Yes.
which is amazing because that's really what I wanted, was to focus only on my couples and then my family, because that's also why I'm doing this. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep going further and enjoy this amazing work-life balance that this program gave me and my family. So that's yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. Well, you made it happen. You went through, you did the work, and that's, not something to understate. So
Thank you, Peyton.
congratulations on your results and thank you for coming on. You want to shout out your Instagram if people want to follow you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Amour is French, and it's spelled Amour underscore is underscore French.
Love it. All right, Claire, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, thank you for listening to the podcast. See you in the next video. And Claire, I will see you on a coaching call.
See you, Peyton. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Bye-bye, guys.